is like me. She's a small-town girl. I can understand why she didn't get on with the people like the McRaes and the Bradleys and all those other big shots from Johannesburg. You don't play bridge, you've had it. At least that's what Connie says.
Well, what about me? I come from Alberton.
Yeah, but Alberton is a lot bigger than Heilbron.
My old man used to work for the municipality. You know what his job was? Health inspector. He used to go around looking at rubbish dumps and people's backyards for rats and goodies.
Yeah, but you're different, man. I've seen you talking to the McRaes and the Bradleys and them and their wives. You've got them eating out of your hand. They all think you're the greatest.
Well, I'll tell you something. I feel more at home here than at the McRae's place.
You've got a foot in both worlds.
Yeah, and I'm doing a split.
I did. Just in time.
Dell's offering me tea and sympathy.
We were going to have tea in the lounge, but we just got talking in there.
Reminds me of him.
I was telling him Suzanne and I used to have long talks about Village Reef Society. High society. You know what she told me once? Mrs. Clay came up to her one day and she said, Mrs. Van Wyk, it is not done for the wife of a section manager to be seen fraternizing with the wife of a shift boss.
Yeah.
How about that, eh? No, but actually Suzanne was very upset about all this. About not being able to fit in socially. I thought she was harming your career.
Suzanne thought that?
Yeah. Funny life, eh? Hey, Ted, man. What you looking at? You look as though you've seen a ghost.
Thanks for the compliment.
Anna. Solly! What was he doing here?
I invited him.
The section manager here?
Yeah? Oh, look, Ted, man. I don't care who it is. If I want to invite somebody, I invite them, okay? Come on, man. I didn't go around telling people, sit down. But I knew what was going on between those two. Suzanne used to talk to me about it. And I knew Quintus wouldn't mind if I invite him. I did, man. He's shattered. He doesn't know what's hit him, man. And he needs somebody he can talk to.
The moment you came in the door, I could see there was something wrong. It was written all over your pretty little face. There's nothing I can... Charlene, I'm not going to pry into your private affairs. Cheeser. You know me better than that. You know that you can talk to me. If you're in any trouble, if there's something you feel you can't even talk to your parents about, you can always talk to me. Bottling it up only makes it worse. A problem shared is a problem lightened. Cheeser! Foot check, this is a private conversation. Don't pay any attention.
Still up?
Yeah.
Dick Swain. That man will simply not stop talking. All that agenda needed was the committee's approval. We should have been finished in half an hour. But oh no, old Dick's got to turn every item into a major controversy.
I needed a drink.
You're not the only one. All I could think of for the last 2 hours was a cold beer. Dick Swain. I thought you'd all be in bed by now. I presume your mother is.
Yeah.
Gerald?
Gerald's in bed. In his room all evening. Hasn't said a word to anyone.
And what's his problem?
Remember what you said about being philosophical?
You mean Gerald and...
Boy meets girl, remember? Charlene Swimmer is pregnant.
I've spoken to Monty McInnes. He said he'd be happy to have you in his section. He'll let you know which ship boss you'll be working under.
McInnes? Oh, he's number 5 shot, isn't he?
Yeah, we're extracting a remnant at 38 level.
That's the deepest part of the mine. It's over 3,000 meters.
It's hot and wet. It takes nearly 2 hours just to get there. Look, you said you wanted all the experience you can get. You can't do better than that.
Okay. I asked for it.
Remember that. Nick, I've been wanting to thank you for what you did the other night, getting me out of the pub.
There's no need to thank me.
Well, I made a bit of a pig of myself if I'd stayed in
There's
London.
obviously a reason. Now that we know who can blame you. Just hope things work out all right.
Thanks, Nick.
Hi. I've had the hinges of these ailerons on the wrong way round. No wonder it wouldn't work properly. It's looking good, eh? Should have it working by the weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, it's looking good.
Gerald, I think you better come and sit down. Well, doesn't it?
Right. Well, for a start, let me say your mother and I have discussed this whole matter at length. We've looked at it from every possible angle, and we find we agree on our basic approach to the problem. For a start, we agree that there is no point in adopting an attitude of recrimination. We're not going to throw the book at you. You're old enough now to realize that your mother and I are the last ones who can afford to... Not that we're going to shake you by the hand and say, well done. There's a big difference between being sympathetic and actually condoning the...
Dad?
Yeah, hang on a tick. Let me finish, then we'll discuss the whole thing. The point I'm trying to make is that speaking from a similar experience, I think I can understand the feeling of panic, of helplessness, of despair. I know there's an almost overwhelming urge to run away, to get as far away from the whole thing as you possibly can.
Dad?
What you have got to guard against is doing anything rash or foolish. There's only one way to get round a problem like this. And that's to sit down and look at the whole matter fairly and squarely, to be as objective as possible.
Dad?
I've nearly finished. And this is where your mother and I have a role to play, if you'll let us. We are ready and willing to help you in any way we can. As I've said before, there is no point in being negative. We want to be as positive as possible, to find the best possible solution to the predicament.
Can I talk now?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Have you heard the one about the young learner official who thought he knew all about mining? Anything you wanted to know about explosives, he could tell you. The fact that he didn't have a blasting ticket, well, wasn't important. Anything you wanted to know about rock-breaking developments, haulages, raises, winces, he could tell you. He knew all about everything, even knew what went up and what went down. So, one day the boss says to him, a bright young miner that is, says, I want you to go and work on 38 level. Report to Mr. McGuinness tomorrow morning. No problem, he says. 8 level or 28 level or 38 level, what's the difference? I know everything is from top to bottom. But what he didn't know was that they had a little problem down there. And they forgot to tell him to take his swimming costume. They also forgot to tell him that they were having a little problem with the pumps. And the mine captain forgot to tell the ship boss who he was.
Yeah.
No.
Drink it.
The boss says,
Yeah, no.
who are you? And he says, I'm the man from university. I'm here to sort out the problem.
We're laughing at. Some learner official with more brains than a whole load of them put together.
What's wrong, Nick? You're looking a bit tired, man.
Got a bit wet down there. Catch any fish?
Catch a cold, Nick.
Don't worry, Nick. It'll only be so deep tomorrow.
What's that? I'm in a bit of trouble, Nick. Hey, look, can we go somewhere and talk?
No.
Yeah, no.
Okay. What's wrong with you?
Look, I'm in some trouble then. I reckon maybe you had some experience with this kind of thing.
Hey, your girlfriend's looking for you outside.
Charlene?
Yeah.
Who else?
What's wrong with him?
Hey, I hear you had a lekker swim, eh? What's going on?
Oh, Swimmer, take a seat.
I know why you called me in, Mr. Clay.
So you know all about it.
Yeah, there's nothing to worry about.
It's going to be all right.
Yeah, everything's under control. I got Frikkie Badenhorst on the job and he fixed it in no time. Frikkie's a genius. He can fix anything. It was just a matter of putting in a 3-inch pipe between the sump and the outlet overflow.
You're talking about the pollution problem below the compound.
Yeah, well, wasn't that what you wanted to see me about?
Afraid not. I'm afraid the problem I have to discuss with you is rather more serious.
Oh, you mean that leaking valve in the Slimes dam?
Obviously, Charlene hasn't told you.
Charlene?
You're probably aware that my son and Charlene have been seeing quite a lot of each other.
Yeah, they play tennis and that.
Yeah, she's a nice little player. She did well in the East Rand Championships, didn't she?
The runner-up, yes.
I thought so. She's got a nice backhand. I was rather hoping that Charlene would have told you about the situation that we're in. That we're all in. I was hoping that I wouldn't have to break the news.
Mr. Clay, I don't want to hear it.
My life was colder, colder than ice. I's just a loser who couldn't come right. Then I met you, and the situation changed from so bad to a new kind of heaven. Oh, love of my life, I don't want anybody but you. Oh, love of my life, I don't want anybody but you.
Right. Well, first let me explain that Charlene and I have discussed this whole matter at length. We've looked at the problem from every angle, and we've come to the conclusion that the best approach is to be as frank and objective as possible. We both realize the considerable distress and dismay that parents go through at a time like this, and we feel it only right that we should take you completely into our confidence.
But Gerald,
Now, hang on a sec. Just let me finish, then we'll discuss it. See, the point I'm trying to make is that Charlene was under the impression that she was in a predicament. Was. Conclusions were jumped to, there were rumors, alarm, despondency, and all because Charlene made the mistake of telling Connie Labuschagne she thought she was in a predicament.
Thought?
That's right, thought. It turns out there was no real reason for even to think it, but that's what she thought.
I panicked about nothing.
That's it.
Are you sure about this?
Quite sure, Mrs. Clare.
Thank heavens.
I always thought that if this kind of thing happened to me, that would be the end. You'd boot me out the house, tell me never to come back. I just never thought you'd back me up the way you did. Well, no, different, eh?
Oh, Jim.
Hey, Gerald. I like your jersey.
Oh, thanks, Dad.
The village reap is their home, built on a pile of gold. And for the young and the old, life and work just carry on. So take a good look and you'll see